What's going on YouTube? Back at it, 67-day challenge. Don't stop doing that. Gotta be consistent with what I say. Always teaching what I learned so I can retain the information better and also working out my on my speaking skills at the same time. So, I learned a new principle today. It's called the 80-20 rule, or otherwise known as the Pareto Principle, invented by a man named Alfredo Pareto. In 1906, he was doing some research, and he noticed that 80% of Italy's property, all of the area in Italy, was owned by 20% of the people in Italy. And he also recognized that in his garden, 80% of peas were made by 20% of his plants. And so he found out this universal term. And so, more applied to normal life, this 80-20 rule, it can be applied to venture capitalists. And venture capitalists are people who invest in small startup businesses and to hopefully fund them on a larger scale where they can see their profits in return. So this 80-20% rule focuses on that 80% of all money is controlled by 20% of all companies. So you can see this. I guarantee you, I don't have exact calculations for this, but I guarantee you that 80% of all money is dominated by the S&P 500. The S&P 500 is the stock market, which contains the Fortune 500 companies. The Fortune 500 companies are the 500 companies in the United States that have the largest revenue gaining companies, of course. And so he looks at this. Okay, this is in the book Zero to One by Peter Thiel. Peter Thiel is the co-founder of Facebook, or the co-founder of PayPal, who also was one of the first investors of Facebook. And so he talks about this in that the great investors, their portfolios aren't made up of a bunch of random selected companies that they think are going to do well, because you see, investments, they don't follow a normal curve where it look like that, and the small losses in your investments will be overtaken by the great ones. It looks as if, dominated by this 80-20 rule, is that one investment you make will either equal or be a greater return than the other 9 investments you make. So if you make 10 investments, great investments based on, say, monopoly companies or companies that you see in the future will have a great chance for a return, only one of these companies will be the greatest revenue maker for you. And so this principle is very powerful in that you can apply it directly to your life. The 80-20 rule isn't just for venture capitalists. You can see this in YouTube channel likes. So say you have 100 views on a page and 17 people liked it. That's the 80-20 rule. Or 16 people, whatever, liked it. 20 people. Doing the math wrong, I'm thinking too fast. But say you have 20 likes, that's like the 80-20 rule. But 20 of those likes, out of that, 4 people are going to dislike it. So you see this 80-20 rule working universally. But it's also to help you further along in your journey in business or whatever you want to do, your career, because you want to follow where the money's going. And so 80% of the money is going to be controlled by 20% of companies. And so you see where all the money's going in business, and you want to go to Apple because that's where the most growth is going to be seen. You want to follow this. So Peter Thiel talks about this in the sense that you don't want to necessarily just start up your own business to make millions. You might want to buy a company that has potential and join in. So 80-20 rule, I know that was kind of a rough explanation, I'm not going to lie, because I just read this and just learned about it. But yeah, it can be applied to life. 80-20 rule. And that, I also like to think about it. 80% of people are not interested, and 20% of people are interested. So you want to find those 20% of people who are interested in whatever you're doing. So this could be an example on my YouTube channel where I get less and less views every video, but that's because there's only, maybe 5 or 10 people who are interested in what I'm saying. But that's all right to me because I'm only interested in those who are interested. So 80/20 rule. You could find it in Peter Thiel's book, a reputable source, definitely, because he has credibility and he knows what he's talking about because he lives this principle himself, and he taught it in a Stanford business class. And it's kind of